Next guy coming to the stage, he's a lovely hombre. I'm a big fan. Please welcome Ted Morehouse,
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't get on stage all that often, so I wanted to use this one opportunity to give a great shout out to the United States women's soccer team. Okay, so I'm lost. Possibly you can tell. It's not always a cakewalk that you imagine it might be. Let me tell you first how people think of us. These are the top 10 stereotypes. I'm going to read this because at my age I can't fucking remember anything. So, must prefer to remain at arm's length from pretty much anyone. We can occasionally come off as a bit snobbish. We go to prep school. We address our parents as mother and father. We don't always say what we mean. We always do avoid emotional outbursts. We consider tuna casserole a delicacy. We are cautious and tentative about everything. And we're slow to learn from other cultures, but never late for a cocktail party. So that's crazy, right? I mean, no human being could match all of those 10 stereotypes. Take me, the resident wasp for the evening. Of those 10, I can tell you in all honesty, I fucking hate tuna casserole. The social scientists also have some great things to say about us. You know, they study cultures, and they've concluded 5 things about wasps. Hold on to your chairs. 1, we have really good posture. 2, we have genteel manners. And 3, we rank very high on the scale of personal hygiene. There's one downside, which is that we occasionally participate in something known as, what they call, pointless discipline, which may be why some of our children are sort of disobedient. But the killer app of all, and nobody else that I know of can make this claim, is that wasps apparently have the ability to sit still for long periods of time. So imagine, you know, you come to LA, you're a single guy, you want to get on a dating website, and you write a personals ad, and it would go something like this. Clean, well-mannered American male with excellent posture seeks female willing to participate in acts of pointless discipline, followed by lengthy periods of quiet contemplation. Sometimes I'm asked, what sports do wasps like? And I say, well, it's pretty much all of them. The ones we tend to excel in are those that involve sticks and rackets, you know, like lacrosse and tennis. And I think there's a cultural overtone for that, in that those sticks, those hard objects, you know, keep us at a certain distance from people and help avoid any unnecessary touching. The one sport we really avoid is bowling. And it's not because of the sport of bowling, it's because of the footwear. No wasp ever wants to be in a position of having to say, sorry Charlie, I can't play golf with you today. I gotta go shopping for bowling shoes. But the worst part is, you know, you try to learn the sport, you go to a bowling alley, right? And they expect you to pay $20 or $25 so that you can wear the shoes that 65 people had just worn in the past 4 days. We won't do it. It's not sanitary. It's unhygienic. One of the tough things about WASP is it's true that we have trouble communicating. We often don't say what we mean. We will do almost anything to avoid an emotional outburst. And I'm going to give you a personal example, and this happened almost exactly as I'm going to portray it. So I'm at prep school, my senior year. I call home to inform my parents that I've been accepted at college. So I get on the phone and I say, "Hello, may I speak with my mother?" Her son. Yeah, the one in Connecticut, yes. "Oh, hi, Mother. Look, this is Ted. I got this great news. I have in my hand the acceptance letter from Dartmouth." "Well, I always wanted you to go to Yale." So, was I pissed off? Did I want to tear the phone off the wall, throw shit, break things? No, of course not. I knew she was mother being mother. She was emotional and couldn't express it, so she deflected. But I do know in my heart what she really wanted to say was, "Holy fucking shit, that's fantastic, you're a genius, we'll have a party." So, whenever you talk to a WASP, you always have to watch for the hidden meaning. One of the things that's kind of interesting, people always want to know, well, what's the dark side? And by this, they're really referring to what is our experience with drugs and the use of drugs, recreational drugs. And by the way, since I moved to Southern California, I get this question a lot more frequently. So I would say, we were late to the party, but we dabbled. Using my personal experience, I created a dabble scale, so I could rate things from 1 to 10, and I can share a few preferences with you. I prefer cocaine to heroin. I prefer hashish to methamphetamine. I prefer ecstasy to quaaludes. And I prefer magic mushrooms to LSD, only that was a push. A lot of people resent WASPs because they think we're all Republicans, they think we're all superficial, and they think we're all alcoholics. And really, only the last one has a grain of truth. I mean, it's seriously true that cocktails and alcohol are part of the central core of the WASP culture. But it's been really helpful, because in my case, for example, I sometimes have trouble remembering people's names, but I always remember what they drink. So we had a dinner party the other night, and the guest list was 2 martinis up, red with a twist, 1 Manhattan, 2 Scotch sours, a vodka rocks, a gin and tonic, 2 St. Pauli girls, and a glass of claret. Everybody had a great time, although I'm not so sure about the claret person. The whole camaraderie of alcohol and drinking has helped me with my foreign language skills as well. I'm not fluent in anything, but I know all of the toasts in all of the languages. So let's see. And we're taught this in like a parlor game by our grandparents when we were 5 years old. Atasante. Skål. Salut, salute, prost, boost, l'chaim. I can go on and on, but you know what? By the time I get to the Baltic countries, it's just as incoherent. But there have also been societal benefits, You've all heard of happy hour? Happy hour is attributed to Cornelius Vanderbilt during Prohibition. He got so pissed off having to wait until sundown to have his first illegal drink of the day, he invited all the guests over, the Morgans and the Rockefellers, and said, let's start drinking at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The whole idea of getting more and more Americans to party earlier, longer, and more often is a completely lost ideology. Also, it was a WASP that invented the art of ale. I I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's this blown glass object with a long bulb at the end that holds like a gallon of beer. And it was invented by an engineer at Carnegie Tech named Dean Edgar Brown III, who got really pissed off waiting for his refill. The next issue, benefit really, is wasps created the world's greatest cure for a hangover. There are two parts to it. You wake up, you feel like you're dead. The first thing you do is have a Bloody Mary. When that's settled down, you have another Bloody Mary. You may not really feel that much better, but at least you won't remember. So I'm living in New York, working in New York, and I've never had a bagel. I'm 40 years old. And I actually believe that only Jewish people ate bagels. Until one day, I saw a line of Catholic schoolgirls lined up at the bagel shop. And I said, oh my God, the Catholic Church must have said, well, it's not going to be considered a sin to derive personal pleasure from eating a bagel. So I got in line and went in the store. I'm looking around, I'm overwhelmed. There's bin after bin after bin. There's poppy seeds, there's sesame seeds, there's pumpernickel, blueberry, there's all kinds of spreads. And I do what any wasp would do. I go up to the counter and say, I'll have a single plain bagel to go, please. And I take it home, and I put peanut butter on it. L'chaim and good night. Thank you very much.
Material, Ted. Don't worry, it's safe. All right.